Good morning, I'm Dr. Paul from Amara Aesthetics, and today's video is about how we assess and how we decide how to do a lip filler treatment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some pictures of before. I'm going to show you exactly how we plan a treatment. I'm going to then show you the after results and how the plan matches up to what we were going for. So usually when someone comes in, they have a rough idea of what they want to do with their lips with a lip filler treatment, but often they aren't exactly sure how to improve it, and sometimes until you analyze and look closely at what makes nice lips, it's very difficult to know exactly what you want. So let's get straight to it. I'm going to switch onto my iPad so you can have a look at what I can see and how we plan things. So this girl came in and she wanted to improve her lips. She liked her lips because she has, she hasn't got very thin lips, but she wants to improve them slightly, but wasn't sure exactly how to do it. So there are a few different things that you need to do. First of all, we need to look at the front, and then we need to look at the side. So when you look at both together, you can then get an idea of what needs to be improved, if anything. So the first thing that I do is we get a little pen here. So when we look at the width of the top lip versus the bottom lip, so the top lip seems to stop in around here. See that? The bottom lip seems to stop a little bit earlier, in around there. So the first correction we can make is to fix that and make the bottom lip come out a little bit further. And that will just give a bit better balance. So we can fill in these little areas here and make those areas more red lip by turning the lip out very slightly here and here. So that's the first thing we do. Let's get rid of that. The next thing we can improve is the proportions between top and bottom. So if you draw a line of the top and the bottom, if you draw the middle of that, you can see then that this line here and this line here, they're roughly the same. Whereas in an ideal world, we want the bottom lip to be bigger than the top. So we want the bottom lip to actually extend a little bit more, and then that will be a better effect. So that's the second thing we can improve. Finally, it's really important to check the side profile. As I said, if you don't see the side profile, then you'll miss out on things that can really be improved. So on the side profile, we look at a few different lines. We look at Ricketts line, which goes from here on the chin to the tip of the nose. If you draw a line between those two, there we go. Usually the bottom lip is about 2 millimeters from that line, and the top lip is about 4 millimeters from that line. In this case, you can see that the bottom lip is a little bit further than we want it to be. Sorry, is a little bit further forward than we want it to be. The top lip is not as far forward as we would like it to be. Another way to check how to improve the side profile is to use Steiner's line, which is a line going from the middle of the nose to the chin. And if you draw that line down, it's pretty straight. Usually the top and the bottom will touch that line in an ideal world. So we can see that the bottom lip is a little bit protruding beyond that line, but the top lip is slightly behind that line. So after looking at the side profile, we can decide that adding a little bit of extra volume onto the top will be a nice effect. We don't want to add any extra onto the bottom because that would look unusual and the bottom will be protruding too much. So with all that in mind, we go back to the front view and we decide on a treatment plan. So what we decided to do was a 6 injection treatment. 6 injections with each one taking about 5 seconds. The first injection enters here and the needle just goes along the edge of the lip to add a small bit of filler there. The second injection is the same thing on the other side. And we only use a small amount in each of those, maybe 0.2 of a mil. So 20% of a mil. The next injection is to try and increase the height of the bottom lip. So that is aiming to add some volume into here and some volume into there. So the way we do that is an injection from underneath. It goes in at about this point, it goes up, in, under and into the lip, and that will bring the lip out. So we do the same on both sides. We can use a little bit more on each of those. We ended up using 0.2 in each of those as well. So it's 0.2, 0.2, which leaves just 0.8 left over because she was happy with the top and didn't want to make it much bigger. But again, we said the side profile, if you remember, just show you that again. The side profile we want to make slightly bigger. So we added some on here. We added a little bit more filler, where is it? Just into this point and this point here. And those injections come in from here and go down to there. Same on this side here. So, and that was about 0.1 and 0.1. So that all adds up to 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 and 0.2. So that's 1 mil in total. So we did a total of, where are we going? 1 mil. So that was the plan. Let's get rid of that and let's show you how it turned out. So when you look at the front picture, that's before and that's after. So you can see that the bottom comes out that little bit further now and it matches up better with the top. The other things you can see, there's a little bit of volume here and here. So the bottom lip is a little bit wider in size. She did get a little bit of a bruise just here and here. It bled very slightly. So the right side looks slightly bigger. Her right and our left looks slightly bigger, but that's going to settle out. You don't really see how good the top lip is from the front. You need to see the side profile to see that. So let me show you the side profile before. The side profile was like that. And remember, we wanted to make the top that little bit protrude a little bit more, but not so much that it's duck-like. So if I show you the before and then this is the after, you can see that she's a much nicer side profile. And if we draw on that, I'll show you those two lines, Steiner's lines and Ricketts line. So if you do Ricketts line from the nose, from the tip of the nose down to the chin, you can see now that her top lip is closer to that line. And then if you do Steiner's line from the middle of the nose, there we go, down to the chin, you can see that both lips are more in line with that. So that's how we do a lip filler treatment. If you're interested in having your picture analysed, send us in a front picture and a side profile and we can assess that on the video, or you could just email us through. I have clinics in Dublin and in London. The one in Dublin is on Merrion Square and the one in London is on Harley Street. So you can find us on amara.ie or amaraskin.co.uk. Thanks for watching and see you next time.